Hey guys, this is Puck15 here, and I just want to make a video about describing my autism because I've been hearing news that pregnant women are actually doing Tylenol, this Tylenol challenge, and I just gotta say, my I would not recommend doing that. And also, I did talk to my mom that if she ever had any Tylenol by the time of when she was pregnant with me, and she says that at the time in 1993 or 1992, she did had some headaches, and she did talk to her doctor at the time, and they said, well, it's okay to take Tylenol. Just, well, she barely took any, but I'm the end result of her Tylenol taking back in the day, and I turned out to be okay. I still have my issues, like hygiene is one of them, and I still don't get social cues at all. It flows over my head, and there's some other issues as well, but there's also speech as well. And how to describe it, what it's like to live with autism, it's very difficult. I know that I live with it with my whole life, but I never let it stop me. You know, it's just the part of who I am and all that, and it may seem like that. I would not recommend anybody, including pregnant women, to take Tylenol to risk your child become more like me, but even more, how can I say it lightly, not so smart, because it leads to difficulties with family issues, which, by the way, I will admit, as a kid, I remember being so difficult and used to be so cringy, but I still lack some skills and I didn't pay attention to school. It was very, very difficult. Even speech, fluent speaking took time for me. Like, it took me time to learn and learn and learn. But as an adult, living it as an adult, it still is difficult. But I learn that every day, that I still learn beyond school, beyond what school has taught me. I even went through college to audio. I learned how to drive. I learned how to function in society. I was one of the lucky ones. But if you ask me, what is it like to be normal without autism? I don't know. The only way I get to know is when I meet God. Yeah, I'm very religious. Not hardcore religious, but spiritually religious. But I still work with professionals in the music industry with heavy metal. I've been with videography. I worked with Walmart. I even did some driving. I did a lot of work stuff later as an adult, but as a kid, it's very, very difficult. And I do stop and think, like, what am I going to say? Is it okay to say this? Or maybe just shut your mouth. That's one of the factors that once you open your mouth and even try to think what you're going to say and wonder what the consequence is. And that's usually why we just not say anything and just not be vocal because of that mindset of, if I say this, what will the consequence be? What will happen? What would be the response? It's not going to be the response that you don't want to have, you know? And sometimes it even happens with actions, like, should I even do this? Should I even do that? Should I say this? Should I say that? It's a little bit of an anxiety, but not much. But I don't recommend your child being autism like me. But now, if you ask me, do I even want the cure at this point? For other kids to prevent other people to have autism, yes. And parents need to stop. It needs to be stopped immediately. But will I wish for the cure right now? Living with it all my life, I would just say, I don't think I want the cure at this point, because there is absolutely no cure for autism when you're alive. But there is a cure before birth, by just not taking Tylenol. That is what the cure meant. But if there is a cure before, after pregnancy, example of the speech there, just mistaking and trying to correct myself in the middle, and I feel like I just need to start over, but you just continue. But lost my train of thought. That's part of it. Just thought I don't need the cure while I'm grown up, while I'm still alive, and after birth. I don't want the cure. I'm doing well on my own, and I'm afraid of what would become if I become normal thinking. I'm fine without the cure. Autism turned me into the person of who I am, and people accept. I found people that accept me for it. I found a girlfriend that accepted me for it, which, by the way, there will be another video of me trying white chocolates from Malaysia with my girlfriend. By the way, that was coming soon. That is the next video that is about to come. But just wanted to say, parents with pregnancies with your kids, stop taking Tylenol, or else your child's gonna end up not smart, or just be more of a difficult and of a nuisance for you because of your mistakes. So don't do it. Just don't. I know you don't like the president right now, but this time it's facts, it's truthful, and it's leading, for what I've heard, it's leading to some consequences afterward. So don't do it. Just don't do it. Well, here's what I would have to say. If I actually, talking about future kids here, if the possibility that I have a kid who is autism, I would be more closer to that kid than ever before. I would love him to the end of time. Like, I already love him already, even though I never met him. But the thing is, I would hook on to my kids. If they're all autism, I don't know. But I'll hook on to them, and I will tell them, I understand what you are going through. I know the difficulties. I know what you're going through. I know what difficulties that you're going through. I've been through all of it all my life. That's how I'll take care of that's how I will take care of it and let them understand that I get it. Anyways, Parents, stop taking Tylenol. It is not something you should take. Stop it. Just stop it. Unless you want difficulties in the kid's childhood, or I don't wish that upon people. I really don't. And my mom would say the same thing. I knew she would. And even my dad, which by the way, he is in heaven and I know that, would say the same thing. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Stay tuned to the next video, which is white chocolate with my girlfriend from Malaysia. Anyway, white chocolate from Malaysia with my girlfriend. It's gonna be a really good one. Anyways, that's all I got. Puck 15 out.